Yes. Uh-huh. Those courts of equity? Yeah. Now, equity could and can find a proper remedy for any injustice. Yeah. The word means justice and fairness. That's what equity means. Oh. Now, I would say it's a significant injustice to motion a court knowing that they cannot do what you're asking them to do. Now, maybe Heidi, yeah, my wife, right now, would like to give me custody of my sons because I would think that that fraud, yes, of motioning for dissolution of marriage, where I had done a little research while we were on Guam about the possibility of divorce. Yes. And she decided to say that I had committed domestic violence and child abuse, had abducted my sons, yes, had kidnapped them. Oh, and then when she moved to Clallam County, you issued a protection order against me. When I was already on probation and I had a no contact order of my probation. Right. Now, we went through these different protection orders. Let's go ahead. Because I wanted this state to understand that when somebody motions a court and asks them to do something that they don't have the jurisdiction to do, yes, she committed a fraud on the court. And you played along because of the injustice of using my last name. Ouch! Now I'm going to want custody of my sons. Yes. Mhm. And then I'm going to want to speak to Marilyn about whose last name does she want? Does she want the last name of Van Proyen or Budnick? Now let's say she got married 25 years ago. Yes. And she married a man named Mike Van Proyen, Garrett Michael Van Proyen. Yes. But he didn't tell her that he was in the family. Oh, the Van Proyen way. Yes. I would say that it was a fraudulent marriage on the part of Garrett Michael Van Proyen. Yes. To not inform his wife that he was in the way at the time of the marriage. Yes. Now, after having five biological children and one adopted daughter, yes, there's a very great possibility that her spouse, yes, lied to her at the time of the marriage, yes, that she was somehow matched to him, yes, and that she was bamboozled into believing that his love for her was not a real love, yes, but he's actually getting paid to have such an attractive wife, ooch, so that he could have somebody to come to find out with, yes. Now, this thought, uh, giving a name or taking a name. My thought was that I would adopt her. Yes, he would. I would divorce my wife in the United Nations. Yes, he would. And then later on in our 90s, right, we would get married so that we together could have a family. Now, I had planned on living with Marilyn. Yes. And I wanted to talk to her about our 11 children, her six kids, and my five sons. Now, last night I was thinking about doing the dishes. Let's say I was to wash. Yes. And she rinsed and dried the dishes because we're making large meals for a very large.